How much weight did you lose? I already touched on that, but it also asks, how much did Big Mammy lose?
Big Mama lose.
Yeah.
I actually ended up gaining weight, and it definitely fluctuated, but in the beginning, I was gaining weight, but I knew it was like muscle. I was definitely looking leaner, and then right around like Pennsylvania, when it was just getting super hot and everything, I think I started to kind of accumulate like water weight. I don't know, but I packed on a few pounds that way,
Yeah.
and it was not muscle.
But for what it's worth, this seems to be par for the course for women in
Yeah.
general out there. Most of the females I feel like I talked to
Yeah.
all said something similar, like they might have lost like a pound or two, but for
You
the
either
most
stay the
part,
same or
yeah.
even gain a few pounds.
Yeah, they actually might gain weight, but you look very different.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
don't worry about it, ladies.
You're muscular.
Yeah, you'll be all right. How much poison ivy was there on the trail? Not a lot at all. I did get a little bit on my shin right there, but none on the actual trail. I just assume it was probably when I like walked off trail to poop or something. I don't know. What food did you eat more than any other food? Pop-Tarts, Cheetos, instant potatoes,
Tuna.
tuna. Guy mentions ramen in the question. Ramen is all over the place out there.
But it added, doesn't know if it has enough nutrients or energy. Yeah, so with that, you know, ramen can always be your base. Like it's light, it does have carbs, and then you can add olive oil to it for fats. You can add tuna into it for protein. You can definitely spice up a ramen meal.
You can get fancy with ramen.
Yeah.
What new gear would you use if you were going to do it again? Probably nothing. I went through trials and tribulations with this gear. I went through a lot researching it, and everything I had out there, for the most part, worked great. Like, I can't think of anything right now that I would have changed.
I did all my adjustments on the trail, and I liked my gear a lot better, like the second half. But I'm kind of on it now where I like the lightweight gear, so I think I would change I love my backpack, but I think I'd get a lighter one, and then same thing with my tent. Like, both worked great, and I love them, but my next hike I do want lighter stuff.
Yeah, and just to throw onto it anyway, the ultralight gear, I feel like a lot of people are like, you need ultralight, you're stupid. Whatever. The lighter you are, the quicker you're going to move, the less aches and pains you're going to have. So if you can afford it, I don't really understand the argument of not having it. What did you miss most about your everyday life while on the trail? I missed my boo.
Oh, she was waiting for it.
She's sitting right over there. But I did, yeah, I feel like just like the regularity of normal life, I suppose. You know, you kind of, I don't know, I feel like most people have kind of a rhythm to their life. So interesting when that went away. Easy access to things, you know, showers, a vehicle. It was weird coming home and being like, oh yeah, I have a car. I can like jump in and go to places.
Obviously, so many people do it to move away from like the mundane aspect of life, which is awesome, but you do crave that, some parts of it, and a lot of it is just like the access. Like, you know, you really want and crave fruits and vegetables, but you can't get it. Or you really miss, like, you know, I miss my boyfriend and you can't talk to him because you don't have phone service. Or just, you're definitely out of your comfort zone, and I guess it's human to kind of crave a little bit of normalcy sometimes.
Yeah. What are 2 things you thought you had covered but realized you didn't once you got on the trail? I didn't really care for my rain gear. I thought I had that covered, and I guess I didn't. So ended up switching that out. Maybe wasn't in as good a shape as I may have wanted to be in.
I definitely thought that I was going to be able to go cheaper than I did, and then when I got on trail, I was like, oh no, I actually do want this meal or this hotel. My first supply I had enough food, it was fine, but I was like, okay, for breakfast I'll have 1 pack of oatmeal, for lunch I'll have a tuna packet and a Cliff Bar, and then for dinner I'll have a pack of ramen. And then I was like, no, like you need candy and chips and crackers.
Calories.
And, you just need so much more. So I remember thinking like, wow, I have like 8 days worth of food, but it's not that heavy, and it's because I didn't have enough food.
Yeah, maybe that would be something. I realized that I was terrible with resupplies. As in, I would always over-resupply. I would always have leftover food. Until the end of the trail. I feel like I really figured it out. And it was good, but I'd get better at food resupplies because I was terrible with that. How did you stay positive out there? Myself, I don't know. I like it out there. It's kind of my thing. As mentioned before, like the same reasons why I was out there. Seen a lot of things. Seen a lot of good people die too soon. Would always think, like, if there was a bad day, I'd be like, I could have it a million times worse right now.
Yeah.
So, it came pretty easy to me.
Yeah.
Did it come easy to you?
It didn't always. We're making it sound like I was like always negative. It didn't always come so easy, but I would have moments where I would just be like, all right, you know, there's so many people that want to be here, and this is something you plan for, and just kind of like rationalizing with myself. One thing that always helped me is like in the moment, if something sucks, like it sucks, you know, if it's pouring rain and lightning over your head, or if you're cold, or if your feet hurt, and just like take it for what it is. But it was always so helpful to just like the next day just like laugh about it. Like so many times we would both make fun of me, or I would make fun of myself, because it's like something that seems so big, it's just like, it's not that big of a deal, even on the trail. So whether it was a broken piece of gear, or I was
falling off a bog bridge.
Yeah, like falling into mud, like it's just funny, you know. And then I always realized after I heard someone else like complaining or being negative, I'd be like, wow, I don't want to be that person. That does not sound very good. Like people would walk by grumbling like, oh, the trail's horrible, blah blah blah, and I'm like,
there were some real wine bags near the end.
I was like, I hope I don't sound like that. So then I would always,
like they would walk by and just complain about everything, and me and her would just laugh at them like after.
It's just not like a great quality, I guess. So I guess sometimes that would help me stay positive too. Was like I like being a happy person, and I was really fortunate to get that have that opportunity. So
how did you feel about the social aspect of the AT? I ended up almost similar to what I am back home, as far as like there was like a core group of people that I would prefer to hang out with. Like I would talk to everyone, you know, and like I had my acquaintances, I guess you'd call them, and then there would be like the people that I like genuinely like enjoyed hanging out with. Like there's people of all whatever's out there, you know. Just find the people you mesh with. If
you come to a shelter and there are people there, you can either choose to hang out and sit around the campfire and eat, or you can sit over on a log to the side and eat by your tent. And no one's like, oh, why is that person sitting over there? Like everyone does their own thing, and just know that you will have the opportunity to meet as many people as you want, or keep to yourself. No one's gonna put pressure on you or think you're antisocial.
Yeah, a lot of times, especially in the beginning, I would just go to my tent at the end of the day just because I didn't want to be around people. Just be like, whatever. I'd go edit videos and just chill, go to sleep or something. The good part is I was hiking with Fudd, who was like the most talkative person. Like he'd be the last one to go to bed, I feel like. So like I was kind of cool by association. If you want to hide away, you'll hide away. If not, get plenty of people to talk to.
It's kind of sappy, so I don't know if you want to cut it out, but I just thought it was so cool that, you know, there's going to be people like you on the trail, you know, people you might hang out with at home, but then there's also going to be, there's so many different people. So like one of my favorite friends I met was a guy that was my dad's age, and we just had like the best time together. So you can literally meet anybody you know, in the world and become friends with them.
Yeah.
You know, no one really has that judgment or assumptions about people like you might in the real world.
Next question, do you think drop boxes are necessary? Already kind of talked about this, and no, absolutely not. You can get any sort of food, whatever you need, gear for the most part. Too, you should be able to get anything you would need. You can do them if you want. Most of the time, I don't think they would really be worth it, but on rainy or dewy mornings, how did you get your tent packed up and keep your other gear and inside of your pack as dry as possible? My tent literally is all one piece and just folds into a stuff sack, and I would shake it dry. The Cuban fibers, so water isn't really absorbed as much as other material, so I just kind of shake it dry. It would still be wet, obviously, damp. I just jam it into the stuff sack. So, and I kept a trash bag liner in my bag, so I would put everything else in the trash bag, roll the trash bag up, and put the tent on top or something.
Yeah, I do the trash bag and then just shake it out. And then a popular thing was like, even if it's damp, when you still put it away, if you stop for a half-hour lunch, or when you get to camp at night and the sun's out, you know, just put it out to air out. So it's not, that's really not a big
it's
worry.
the days of repeated rain, though, that do kind of suck.
Air it out, though, because it will smell. I learned that the
definitely
hard way.
try to air it out. If you're sitting down for lunch or something, take that thing out, hang it. Physically, do you feel different now that you're back in the land of parking lots and automobiles? Yes, for sure. I feel much stronger, cardiovascularly for sure. Stronger in the legs as well, where I'm not walking all the time now. I have been having ankle and knee, I don't want to say, I'll call them annoyances. It's just kind of like a aching pain, but that has lessened also now that it's been what, like a little over 2 weeks, or almost close to 3?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez, man. Yeah, almost close to 3 weeks back now, so that's kind of lessened a little.
Yeah.
I do feel weaker upper body though. Like I was carrying things the other day and was like, I have no upper body strength really anymore. So
physically, like, you know, strength wise, like I'm all good there, and even the pains in my feet and stuff, that's all gone away. But to be honest, I feel a lot tired. Like I get tired really easily. I started working again, and I'll just get home from work at 5 and I just want to go. Yeah, I'm so exhausted. My bedtime is still early. Like before I hiked, I used to be able to stay up late, and now at like 8 o'clock, I just want to be in bed. So I've just been kind of tired and stuff like that. But I don't know if that's just because we're so used to like working out so much, and then any change to that, you know, your body might kind of adjust differently. So I don't really know what's going on with that, but definitely more tired now.
Yeah. What were your favorite trail meals? I don't know why I didn't do this more often, but I would get canned chicken that was like canned in barbecue sauce, and I would mix that in with mashed potatoes, and that was phenomenal. I use that term very loosely. Yeah, typically my night would be instant potatoes near the end. I kind of got sick of cooking ramen and the pasta sides. 2 packages of sunflower oil, packaged tuna, and then any sort of snacks I felt like. Snickers bars, Starburst, anything I had in my bag. So I didn't have any particular favorite trail meals. Mountain houses were always cool.
I was just gonna say, like once in a blue moon, whether you like found it in a hiker box or you could afford, you know, $9 for a hiker meal. There was like this pad thai one that was
the pad thai was bomb actually.
So good. That's really the only thing that I would ever look forward to in terms of hiker food.
Yeah, Backpacker Pantry?
Yeah.
I think had the best pad thai, so give that a shot.
Yeah.
It's delicious.